Hi guys, welcome back, and thank you to all my new subscribers. That means a lot. So, do you know what I did? What I did was, this is a take about 10. Take 10. So I've got to take some painkillers. My neck is killing today. So, I had a rant all planned out. Got on YouTube, recorded the procession, so I thought it'd be have a nice chit chat while we watch the procession to St Giles. Just come on to edit it, and it said epic fail. It was too long. Canva didn't like it. So I'm just going to make this a quick one because I'm exhausted. We're spending all that time talking to the screen and it was just a total waste of time. So just quick, sorry, bear with. So we now know why they had to do a walkabout. Actually, they didn't though, did they? Now, this is my opinion, public domain, fair use, fair dealings. My personal opinion is I love the Prince of Wales and everything, but sometimes you have to tell the people you like and love when they do a bit of a mistake. Me personally, if I found out that they were wanted to do their own walk and talk and blah, 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 I would have left that to security to stop it. I would have told them to record, because I'm sure security have to have recording devices or something, or they could have just plonked one on. I would have said, can you deal with them, or taken advice from security at least. And I would have said, you deal with them and record it as something to use against her if she tries to spin it around. So they would have been covering themselves anyway. But I suppose really at the last, I suppose an hour is the last minute really, isn't it? The Prince of Wales probably didn't have much time to think anyway, so he probably thought that was the best, but I don't think that was the best idea. I think that was too much, too soon, and especially to put that on the public was like a kick in the stomach. However, he thought he had to do what was best. So whatever's happened, guys, she's got what she wanted at the end of the day. She's got the money shot. She had CNN there interviewing the people, one of the people she planted there. She was rude to staff as per usual. Yes, it's good to always expose her, but it's in a way they're still enabling her. And with a narcissist, you can't enable. You cannot give them any time of day. You cannot be nice to them, because whatever you do, they're going to throw it back and keep throwing it back. The only way you're going to win against a narcissist, if they're in the long game, is to cut contact completely. And that's what they should be doing. They need to say to Harry, look, you're okay, I suppose, every now and again, but her, we're cutting off all contact, because that's the best way to go. Because this is going to keep going on and on and on, back forth for the rest of her living days. She's not going to stop, because she is in it for the long game. So that's my mini rant over, I think. Right. Oh, yeah. Have you heard the latest? If you haven't heard already, apparently she's got her friends to say that she's going to be pregnant. I mean, we were expecting something, didn't we? It was either going to be that suicide or one of the public tried to kill me with a flower. Something, And what's to say she's not going to go on podcast on Spotty again and start lying about the public, start trashing the public, And I don't know whether that was Netflix crew with them. I'm not sure, but it did look like them, I must admit. So I don't know. I don't know, guys, but what's done is done. So now we have to expect some form of revenge because she didn't get the walk and talk and shake hands that she wanted to do alone with the MeghanMarkle. Um, I put. Do you know what? Rant 3. No, Rant 2. I personally think now I can't remember what the Queen said about all of this after she passed. Um, I know she wanted it as smooth as possible, but surely not this fast. This fast is too much, this fastness. It's going too fast, everyone. Everyone needs to slow down because the poor family haven't had 5 minutes to breathe, have they? They haven't had a chance to grieve. It's as almost like our government is now. Correct me if I'm wrong. I need to go back on history because that's something I learned first. You know what my memory's like, all them decades ago. I'm going to have to revisit it, but um, it's like our government can't trust us to look after ourselves for a week, at least a week, while the family grieve. Do you know what I mean? I think that's not fair on the family because that would in itself will cause so much stress. Although they've had everything planned out for years, speeches, oh, Queen's body being taken here to there, that's all fine, but it's the grieving, because when they finally do get to sit down and breathe, they're not going to have any tears left, are they? They're going to think, well, we should have done this at the beginning, but we couldn't because I don't know whoever's in charge, Liz Truss, and the government rules and laws say we have to do it straight away. I mean, I know Queen Elizabeth had to pretty much do it straight away, but I'm sure they would have at least had a day to let it all sink in. So me personally, just my opinion, I think it's gone too fast. And I think in the future things need to change for the family. I know they're royalty, but in times like this, they need to be treated like a normal family that can just have at least a week of grieving and then let the show go on. But that's just me. Right, so oh yeah, the desperate one that people in the crowds could smell liquor on her. So she was obviously drunk, and her funny movements. It was probably a case of she was a bit tipsy, and when you're young and you've got a bit tipsy or drunk, and then you've got to go home in front of your parents. It was probably one of them moments where she had to really concentrate and focus on standing up and talking properly and everything like that. So that may be the case. But yeah, she was drunk. Well, probably say tipsy or had a few drinks. What else is there? That's all I can say, folks, really, on the matter. She's got what she wanted anyway. So I think I'm hoping after all this things will start changing, because otherwise we're never. Oh, and evidently she's bringing the kids over for the funeral. Well, if that's true, then why couldn't she bring the kids over before? All to cash in on the Queen, all to cash in on her children being at the funeral. Well, children that age shouldn't really be at funerals. It's not something that they need to experience, really, is it? Unless it's their mother or father. So yeah, evidently she wants to bring Doria. Well, if she does bring Doria's got no right to be here anyway. She's had nothing to do with the royal family. She's done nothing to stop the child that she created into a monster. And if you do a bit of research on Doria, you can understand why Thomas Markle could never say no to either of them. Horrible woman. Absolutely nasty. And then they go and start changing their history on Wikipedia, don't they? I noticed that when I done some research last year on Doria. Or honestly, they are so naughty. They took away. I didn't think to screenshot because I just assumed somebody else would have it, but I wish I did now, because 1 minute it was there, the next week when I went to it, it was gone. So they keep changing their Wikipedias. So that should ring alarm bells anyway. What else has happened? Oh, I've gone blank. The Queen's body has been. King Charles had led. Oh, what's going on here? Sorry, I've gone blank. Has led the procession from Holyrood to St Giles, where they'll be having a little church service before the Queen head back to London. So that'll be quite sweet. Did you see Zara the other day? Oh, I wanted to just give her a hug, didn't you? And Sophie, and all of them really. I mean, there's this thing going around about Andrew, and he doesn't help himself, does he? Oh my God, have you seen it? Where he's hugging Eugenie, and he goes to bend down, but his arm's still on her back, and it looks like he's touching her behind. That did not go well, Andrew. You really need to stop doing things, because otherwise, this is what I mean. It's like now he's asking for backlash because of that. I mean, God. But anyway, I think that's it for now, guys. Oh, just quickly. Someone said to me the other day to try out lives and do like history quiz on royalty or history in general or something. And I was like, oh, I don't know. But tell me what you think in the comments, guys, about that, because I don't know. Maybe do something a bit different. I'm not sure. Or I might just do a random live one day and just do it and see how it goes. If it's a flop, it's a flop. I mean, that's why this channel's called Holy Flop. Everything's meant to be a flop. I mean, if I'm talking to myself, doing a quiz, then whatever. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, guys, because I'm still really annoyed I couldn't film in Ingatestone Hall. If I was naughty, I would do something, but I better not. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you to everyone for supporting me. And hopefully I'll be back when there's a bit more interesting gossip going on. I'd like to see what... oh, yeah, just quickly, Spotty and CNN. When you remember, always tag them in your social media account things, because they need to be reminded that we know what they're doing, manipulating numbers and setting up, and CNN setting, planting that little girl there. And they just need to keep being reminded that we're not stupid. We know exactly what's going on, and we're going to keep exposing this thing until it eventually goes up, until the royal family finally cut contact. I mean, we're going to have to, aren't we? I mean, what else are we going to have to talk about? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry it was a bit of a boring one. See you later.